Dais, Mr. Sandeep Raut, convener, AI and IoT, founder and CEO of Going Digital. Mr. Sandeep Raut has over 30 years of IT strategy, consulting, delivery experience. He has top 10 global digital transformation influencer to follow today by IDG. He has got top 10 global digital transformation influencer that will change your world by Enterprise Management 360 degrees. He has ranked number 3 in the top 25 digital transformation blogs and websites by FeedSpot. He is an expert in simplifying the digital technology and writes his blog, Simplified Analytics. He has experience in BSFI, travel, retail, healthcare, and manufacturing industries. Request Mr. Sandeep Raut, convener, to deliver the theme introduction of the conference.
Can you hear me last? Great. So I hope you had a good breakfast. I prefer to walk, so I have kind of asked him to shift the chairs behind while he's setting up. Thank you for setting up the stage, DG, Mr. Vijay. So I'll cover digital disruption, AI and IoT. And obviously, the subject is very vast, and still I see many organizations are confused about what is digital. So I have simplified it and toned it down to a very basic level, considering the audience, mix of audience. There are leaders, there are different people here, and you took a raise of hands. Multiple people pointed out those things. So let's go and see what is digital disruption and how this is impacting our business. I'll start from what is disruption, right? Because many of those still don't know or understand how disruption started. So I'll talk from there. In 80s, we started, right, from mainframe to personal computer. Bill Gates gave us the personal computer, and that's where the disruption of computers started. We all know about Walkman and iPod, how Sony was the leader in music industry at that point of time, but then iPod came in 2004 and Sony was almost disrupted from the music industry. Kodak and digital cameras, again we used to have those 100, 400, 800 speed rolls, but then digital cameras came in and Kodak got bankrupted. But today, even those digital cameras are not used. Only professionals like him will be using those cameras. We all are having our smartphone with 10 MPs and 12 MPs of cameras, right? Floppy drives, we all have seen, right? 8-inch, 5-inch and whatnot. But now we have even 100 GB of storage in small USB drives. Again, a digital or disruption. From black dialing phones to smartphones, another disruption. Nobody now has those MTNL phones, except for old age parents who want to be, dialing with that phone. And the last one is printers, from normal printers to 3D printers. Now this is additive manufacturing. The people from manufacturing will here understand it better, but this is another disruption. So these are examples of disruption I just wanted to cover and hope that relates to you understand. Now let's see what is digital disruption. We used to have this Britannica encyclopedia or dictionaries, very hard printed and long copies, right? Now everybody goes to Wikipedia or Google. Similarly, going places, one of the major store in US talking about travel industry and giving you the 40, 100 pages of your destination and what you want to do. Today we talk about Trivago and all other sites which give us all the details which we require. So that's a digital disruption. Now let's see how this is impacting industries, right? Banking, insurance, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, telecom, all of them are there, and multiple other industries do come, obviously. But global challenges, mergers and acquisitions, that is one of the biggest area where industries are getting disrupted. You must have seen that more than 50% of industries have vanished from S&P index for last 15 years, and that number of years, the life was earlier 30 years, now it has gone down to 15, and it will still go further down unless we all adopt digital. So let's take example, Unilever, one of the major conglomerate, no physical barrier to do business. We do use multiple products from all these. And I have shown that as a world map, but you know, or you can recognize Lipton, Seleke, or multiple products are there. But see now, when we add Procter and Gamble, the competition has increased. We have seen all those ads, bhala uski kameez, meri kameez se safed kaise, so on and so forth, or Rin or Tide, maramari, right? All those things which come in. How the competition has changed. Now we see this. How many of us use Dabur products? I don't see even 1% hand. So today's CEOs are not worried about profitability. They are more worried about survival of the business. Any Tom, Dick and Harry can come in and push you out of your business. And that's where getting on digital to reach to your customer, any place, any device, any time is extremely important. That's why digital is going to disrupt all the industry. Let's see how different disruption waves have come in since 95. So music, photography, video rental got disrupted earlier. Then came the print media, TV, travel and HR. In 2015, we got all, retail, education, telco, all banking industries, etc. got disrupted. And by 2020, every business has to get on digital. And if you don't do that, again, the same problem, you might be a dinosaur. And obviously, these guys came and changed our lives. All of us know, right? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Tesla CEO, Elon Musk. So they have impacted our lives or, simplified our lives so much that there is a huge impact from all these businesses or all these organizations coming up on our lives. Industrial revolution, some of our friends and leaders will talk about it in the day, but we are in the fourth industrial revolution today, as the manufacturing industry typically talks about, talking about Internet of Things, cyber security, and all other things which are coming up. Okay. So what is digital transformation? I mean, that's the definition. I have seen, or I do conduct multiple workshops with CXOs, and people still feel developing a website or having a mobile app is digital transformation, which is not the case. Obviously, you have to have or use these digital technologies to respond faster to your customer. The very purpose of digital is to improve your customer experience. That we need to keep in our mind. I just took a Mike Tyson quote. Digital is very fast and real, so expect a smack in the face if you don't actually adopt it. An incumbent is here and disruptor can come and push you out of your business. I like to put pictures so that it's really easy to explain, right? This is again one of my term coined like Gartner does, so I also did one. Uber them before they Kodak you. We all know Uber, right? Have disrupted the taxi industry, and Kodak got disrupted because of digitization. So if you don't disrupt, you will get disrupted. That's the point I wanted to say. Some other examples, again, bear with me, these are more from the US industry because I spent almost 30 plus years in US and UK customers, but I have some Indian context as well. So Borders, which was one of the major bookstore in US, got closed down because of Amazon. Amazon started their business with book selling, and now it is A to Z, as their logo says, right? His Master Voice, HMV, again got closed because of Spotify, iTunes, digitization. Blockbuster Video was one of the major video rental store in 2000 in US. They had more than 8,000 plus stores in US, but again got bankrupted because of Netflix, which came in streaming media. They didn't adopt to it, and they had to close their business. On the Indian front, we know this place, Rhythm House. So we used to go there, put our headphones on and use those vinyl records, etc. But now Mr. Karmali, the owner, did not adopt the MP3 wave, and they had to close down in 2014. Then Nirav Modi bought it, and now it is a attached property, closed down. But see, this is how businesses are going out of business, and that's where the challenge, and people need to get on digital bandwagon very fast. This again scenario very familiar to all of us. Earlier, big companies used to eat smaller companies. Now a small company can also eat a bigger company. A cruise, big cruise will take a lot of time to turn around, but a speedboat can maneuver very fast, right? That's the reality. And great example, when I was in Patni, our revenue was around $900 million, but I bought it for $1.2 billion. And Fanish Murthy's I was that time about $400 million. So that was small, but he actually did 3 times, price for Patni to buy out. And that's the great example of smaller companies eating bigger companies. So how digital is creating disruption? Now you know what your customers want or don't want. You can detect frauds in real time, somewhere sir talked about it. Then on the manufacturing side, you can understand when your parts are likely to fail using data science, and our friends here, Lester and other people will cover that out. Mobile apps, obviously, anywhere, any place, any device. So this is what is disruption, and this is how businesses are adopting it and getting on the bandwagon to succeed. Industries affected, I will not read them out. Any business which is serving their customers have to be digital. So all the names are almost there. So what are you? Where do you stand? 3 levels, right? Are you a digital dinosaur? A digital immigrant? We have been, grown up by adopting all these things. Earlier, apna music cassette hua karta tha, then came the CDs, now the streaming technologies. But millennials, my daughters and other young people, they have born after the internet has come in. So today's customers are playing on iPad, paying on iPhone, and using mobile technologies for all their different needs. So if you are not ready for those customers, again, your business is going out of place. So digital is a gamble, yes, because you know you need to place the bets to win. But where do you want to place bets? And that's where systematic plan of carrying out customer journey mapping and then identifying the digital initiatives is extremely important. So it's not a betting, but you actually know where to want to place your bets. A need of now, I would have said this is already a past. Digital we started since 2014, I can say earlier we used to call it SMAC, SMAC technologies. So this is not digital of now, it is already gone, but we have to look at that as one of the change pattern. This is where the complexity starts, and I will not get into the technology aspect of it, but there are 4 pillars of digital transformation. The first one is digital customer experience. As I said, digital has to be driven. So we have to think about customers first and think about all the technologies which touch your consumers or customers, starting from web portals, mobile apps, social media, virtual assistants, so on and so forth. The next pillar is digital foresight. Now, how do you personalize your message or offers to the customers? And that's where the BI, big data analytics and visualization come into picture. Now, these 2 guys will work only when your data is available at any point of time. So digital integration is another important aspect. And then the emerging technologies. We heard about chatbots, AI, blockchain, IoT, augmented reality, virtual reality, etc. But this looks simple as of now, but when you add the technology vendors, see how complex it becomes. Which one to choose from? How do you select? Which vendor? Why that is important? So many questions come into picture, and using them in a right manner is extremely important. Otherwise, you can have a sledgehammer and you can use it for even nailing on the wall. That doesn't work, right? So you have to have a selection of right tools and technologies to go into digital. And these are just sample of vendors available in each of the pillars. There are multiple such vendors which are available. Does that make sense? You are with me, right? Good, thanks. So let's quickly touch upon the technology components from the high level point of view. As I said earlier, we used to call this SMAC, social, mobile, analytics and cloud. And then so many technologies came into picture. Social media, I mean, do I need to talk about it? Everybody of us use it. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so on and so forth. Mobility. Now this guy is in South Africa, Kenya, and still using mobile phone. So this is a reality. They are using M-Pesa as an app. So these guys don't have bank accounts, but they are using mobile app for their all money transactions. So see the mobile penetration in the world. Millennials check, this was one of the research, millennials check their phone 250 times a day. I think this is now outdated. We ourselves use mobile so much, so millennials to har baar mobile pe rehte hai, so I will not stick to that number. But we use mobile for so many things, guiding the directions, spot for lunch, tracking our exercise. People use Fitbit and other bands and track their exercises, sleep and all other things which they want to track. Entertaining, music, movies that we watch. And finally, obviously, shopping. We do a lot of shopping on mobile as well. So this is the power of mobile, and that's why mobile first strategy in digital disruption is extremely important. Going forward, people need to look at. But again, there is a caution here. You need to understand who your customers are. I mean, if the business is a microfinance business, where Axis Bank or HDFC Bank, they go to the rural villages areas and give loans of 5,000, 10,000, etc. So these guys don't even know what is smartphone, or they don't know how to use smartphones. So there is no point in creating a mobile app for that business. So that's the kind of common sense reality we need to look at while we go on digital and adopting digital technologies. Big data analytics, again, multiple speaker will talk about. But it is in the hierarchy that first you do the reporting, then you do analysis, then you do monitoring, prediction, prescription, so on and so forth. Obviously, 3 V's of big data we used to know earlier: volume, variety, and velocity. When we use IoT now in so many scenarios, the velocity is extremely important because you are getting data at every millisecond, and that is captured and then used. We did one project for Chip Ganassi, which is a racing car company, and every millisecond that data is coming from the shock absorbers of the car, and that is then transferred via cloud to the pit, and then pit people are using that for asking driver to come to the pit, change the tires or so on and so forth. So see the speed with which data is coming. Data science techniques, again I will not go into the technical part of it, but there are so many 40, 50 plus techniques which are available, and nowadays all APIs are also there from Google and IBM and those worlds. But the applications, customer churn, customer analytics, pricing, profitability, segmentation, market basket analysis, so on and so forth. There was one interesting example in 90s, obviously, data science is very old thing, and Walmart, which is one of the major store in US, they started understanding, or while looking at monitoring the reports, they saw that every Friday there is an increase in beer products and baby products. Now that was a funny revelation for them. Babies don't drink. So what is this? How it is happening? Only beer sale is increasing and baby products are increasing. So they started interviewing the customers who walked in, and those poor husbands says, we have to do babysitting over the weekends. So what to do? Take beer and take baby products. So Walmart is a huge store. I mean, our parking lot is like 1 mile wide and so on so far. So what they did is just they kept both the aisles nearby. So instead of a baby product and beer product, you have to now get all of them together. And that increased their sale by 15% at that point of time. That was in 95s. So that's the reality, or that's the point of analysis we can bring in using data science and analytics. Some more industry examples. PayPal, which is one of the leader in mobile payments, they are analyzing 1 petabytes of data every second or every time or at any given moment, and analyzing their customer transactions. Anytime you swipe your card, obviously it goes to your bank for approval and then come back. So that's where fraud detection happens. So see the speed of with which this has to be done. Airbnb, we are aware, it's a rental, property rental company, or it allows you to get a property cheaper than hotels, and it is very famous. Even in India now people are using it. But they have their own machine learning algorithm by which a property is priced. So it is 1,000 rupees or 500 rupees or 10,000 rupees is described or arrived by this algorithm. Big data, welcome to zoo. Why I have written this? So this yellow elephant is the toy or was the toy of Mike Cutting, who actually created Hadoop at that point of time. And that's why it is all animals you see. In Oracle days, we used to call database administrator, now it is called zookeeper. And the different animals are coming in. Even you have a shark in big data technology platform. So I just wanted to put across, a pig is also there, which is a ETL language or data transformation language. On the big data front, some examples, clickstream analysis, which is where travel companies are using it and understanding how many visitors have come to our site and how they are or which destinations they are flying more and how can you analyze them going forward. SIG Alert is one of the company which partnered with Waze. Waze is like a Google app and it gives you the alerts. In US, obviously, it is much popular, I would say, because it gives you alert where cop is there. Unlike our Mumbai Havaldar is here, वैसा उधर नहीं होता है. There are no cops in standing for asking for your license. So if you are on freeway, the speed limit is 70 and you are going 100. Obviously, there are cameras which picks you up from your car number plate and a voucher or charge is coming to your house based on your address and stuff like that. So this guy, what it does, Waze app, it allows or it gives you an alert that after a mile, the cop car is there. So you come back on your speed limits and then ensure that you are not charged for your overspeeding. So these kind of things, digital transformation is helping you do. Amazon, obviously we are aware, anything you bought, you get the immediate banner, customers who bought this. So they were kind of patented these algorithms of market basket analysis. Data science humor, can you read it from the back? So this is a PhD guy and that lady says, I am little surprised with such an extensive knowledge of data science, you could not predict that we will not hire you. So application of your digital technology is extremely important. So you get data, you get insights, but if you don't apply or don't take action, that is extremely useless if you don't do that. So data, insight and action, that's the kind of theme here. Cloud, another technology platform. Application as service, platform as service and infrastructure as a service. Again, there are some companies where an IT industry can tell business that you put balloons and things will glow in cloud. But jokes apart, there are still, I want to say, there are still confusions about how to use these technologies and how to go ahead. So that's the point I wanted to say. User experience, another aspect of digital. Now when this Heinz tomato ketchup bottle came in, or they first designed it, the user interface was a glass bottle. एकदम जैजी चकाचक दिखने में एकदम बढ़िया. So it's like Cadbury, right? You buy it because its wrapper is so chak-chaki, what you want to say. So they actually created this bottle, but later on they realized that customer surveys told them that the end of the ketchup doesn't come out. You have to push the bottle from the behind and stuff like that. With those customer feedbacks, they came out with a squeeze bottle. So that's the point of customer focus you should have. Understand what customer wants and then create solutions. Not have a menu card. I have medu vada, idli sambar, masala dosa and so on and so forth. Talk about what customer or think about what customer want and then derive or create solutions to those business problems. API management, again, one of the area in digital where it can go across the application, bring the data as and when required, real time. Chatbots we heard about, and HDFC is one of the great example here. Their EVA chatbot is based on NLP, artificial intelligence, and she solves many questions, and that is from the research now this is the topmost bot in the India. Personal assistants, we have heard about Alexa, Cortana, Google, Siri, right? Everybody is aware about it. Couple of days back I saw a joke where husband and wife are taking breakfast and husband is saying, why our electricity bill is so high? We both go to office and then nobody is at home. And in next frame, there is a parrot sitting in the cage, and that parrot says, Alexa, please start the AC. Alexa, please start the AC, music, and so on and so forth. So while these guys are not at home, that parrot is mimicking them and giving orders to Alexa. So that can also happen, one of the reality of digital. Cyber security, extremely important, right? How do you secure your Internet of Things devices? And Bollywood and Hollywood movies have talked about it so many times. I mean, we have seen Die Hard movies where a fire sale, entire city is taken as ransom by hacking into your network. Amitabh Bachchan, showing that ad, AC control on and off from airport. So if that device is not secured, think about it, what will happen. Anybody can get into your network and hack into it, steal your customer records. So that's the kind of security we need to build in while going into cyber, digital transformation. Augmented reality, it's putting something on top of your physical reality. We have seen the Pokemon Go game, which within 10, 12 days went to 1 million users. So that's the popularity it got because of the way it was designed. But this is one of the technology, people use it. Virtual reality, how it is different? Any idea? It shows you the actual thing while you are in the physical world. So travel industries are using it a much. They can show you Taj Mahal and Eiffel Tower or Grand Canyon sitting here at your coach. While even real estate industries are now using it. I want to buy a 3-bedroom hall flat in Hiranandani. How does it look? I am walking in the room, I am walking in the bedroom, and this and that. Using, again, virtual reality, these industries are using. So application of these technologies is extremely important, and how these industries are using it to serve their customers. That's the importance of digital. Internet of Things we will cover in detail in the day, but there are so many things now connected. Even Samsung has come out with a fridge which helps you understand what raw material are lying in the fridge, and it also tells you what is the probable recipe or what you can cook. So it's good for us who come back home, अरे आज बनाना क्या है? खाना बनाना है कि बनाना खाना है? That kind of real. But actually it helps you understand that these kind of recipes are possible based on the algorithms they have coded inside. So that's again the intelligence built in Internet of Things. And it is everywhere. We have some sessions from Mahindra as well, talking about how they are using it in their machinery. So agricultural, then smart cities, homes. We did one project for Dubai airport. Dubai is obviously a digital city, and they want to understand what is the noise pollution, what is the air condition, what is the water consumption, energy consumption. So everywhere they have put sensors and they are trying to understand what is now happening. So anytime they see there is a crowd in checking hall or immigration or customs, they will immediately deploy multiple people and open more counters. So that's the kind of sensors and IoT they are using. Multiple sectors I would not read out, but manufacturing is benefiting a lot because it helps optimize the operations. So as I said, there are examples like Boeing and Jet who are actually manufacturing the flight engines. They have put the sensors on those engines. So now they know when there is a likelihood that part will fail. So instead of a 3 hours actual downtime, now that engine can be overhauled in a couple of minutes and your flight is up and running. One more example, Disney Magic Band. Some of us are aware. With this band now you can get in your hotel room, you can get priority in your rides and stuff like that, less waiting time, and also Disney now can collect all the customer data. See, by giving those value adds, they are collecting customer data, and customer data is extremely important for this kind of analysis. What did Jio did in earlier days? They actually gave away those SIM cards free of charge, and that's where Idea, Vodafone, Airtel had a lot of trouble. Now they have tremendous customer data, and they can analyze it and use it for their betterment, growing the business. One more example, Fitbit, I just touched upon how companies are using it. So how sound sleep you had yesterday, what steps you have taken. So again, Internet of Things, you get to know what you have done for the entire day. One interesting example, again from US industry, but Colibri is one of the toothbrush company. They have put sensors in the brush. So now if kids have not brushed it for 2 minutes, it automatically will show a frown on the mobile app. Your time has not yet ended. And dentistry is a very costly affair in US. It's not like ours. हम लोग कहीं भी डॉक्टर के पास जाके you can do your work on दांत के ऊपर. But there it's very costly affair. So it's very important for mothers to know how kids are brushing their teeth and have they done the left side, right side, and all that stuff that comes on the mobile app. So see how easily they have equipped this brush and ensured they get more business from the digital transformation. Artificial intelligence. Now this is one of the biggest debate which is happening in the industry today. Will it go Terminator way or will it go Iron Man way, right? So my personal feeling, the moment they start learning our emotions, that will be a trouble for us. We have seen that Rajnikant's movie, right? Chitti robot, or even Hollywood movie I, Robot. The robot started learning emotions. And I saw one video a couple of days back where a robot is picking up a packet and keeping it on a conveyor belt. He is doing that for a couple of minutes. Suddenly a person comes and kicks that robot. वो बेचारा गिरता है robot. But that robot again gets up, again picks up the packet, again keeps it on the conveyor belt. Now imagine if that robot knows the hate, anger, and stuff like that, the emotion. That person will be on the conveyor belt, right? So this is really important that if they start learning, if machines start learning emotions, and Lester will talk about that in the afternoon, threat or opportunity, AI, which we will definitely cover at that point of time. Otherwise, it's Iron Man. Jarvis, tell me what is happening. Mr. Stark uses all day in, day out, right? The Iron Man. So this debate is really important. How controlled environment we have for artificial intelligence, whether it will go to an unethical ways, then there is a problem and people can use it for their own benefits. AI applications in business, driverless cars, we have heard about it a lot. Multiple test drives have happened in US. In India, I think Bangalore somewhere we had tried it, but Uber and other companies are already trying it. All about artificial intelligence using cameras, identifying whether there is a cow on the road or person in the front of you and stuff like that. IBM Chef Watson, so it allows you to identify and help you with the algorithm, again which recipes you can create, or it shows you which recipes, and it will be a kind of hand-holding iPad device which is available at that point of time. Visual search as Amazon. So now on the Amazon mobile app, you can take a picture and it will automatically tell you that similar kind of products are available at this price and so on and so forth. So image comparison, as Sir said on the AI side, visual comparison is one of the area of artificial intelligence. So this is what a traditional BI reporting looks like, a rear view mirror. What has happened in the past or what is happening till date. What was my revenue in the last month, what was my revenue last year, last month, so on and so forth. But as you use digital, it gives you the road ahead. Take a course correction, take a detour. There are startups coming up in your area, so you need to be careful. They will be eating out your customers, taking out your customers. So that's what digital will help you arrive at. Let me take you to the future, not now distant future, just next year, but it's really funny. This guy is ordering for a double cheese burst large pizza. And normally when we order pizza, we are very happy, right? That something good, hot we will eat. Some people may not like it, but still Pizza Hut is good to eat at that point of time. But this guy is angry, and why? See what lady says. Sir, your retail transaction shows you have already consumed 2 pounds of cheese. So they are collecting all the retail data. Your health record shows you have high cholesterol. They are collecting your healthcare data. Your Facebook shows you have above 50 years. So they have scraped the Facebook data as well. And your insurance premium has been increased. So we suggest you to go for red pasta instead. So this kind of thing may happen to us. Every mobile app which we use, we are giving our data. I saw one Google ad a couple of days back, we are hiring. Google says we are hiring. And then bottom line is no need to apply, we know everything about you. Because Google is collecting so much data about us, obviously they will know each and everything about you. Even if your Google map is not on, they will show you last 1 month where you have traveled and which point you have stopped, for how many minutes. All that history is available with them. Imagine what they can do with our data. What happened with Facebook, right? Mark Zuckerberg had to give so many explanations because he had collected all that data, and instead of putting it for good use, there were misuse of that data. So digital is good as well as bad, provided we use it for ethical reasons. Some successful organizations, obviously, some are digital or some are US based, obviously. So Starbucks, some of we like to drink coffee. In US, everybody drinks something. They don't normally drink chai, they prefer coffee. So Starbucks is very popular there. And typically while going to office, they will collect a coffee, cafe latte or whatever they like. But there were multiple queues at one point of time. And when this chief digital officer came in here, realized that this has to be changed. So they came out with all digitization and a mobile app. So while leaving from house, I order a mobile on mobile that I want a cafe latte. And at Starbucks, I can collect without standing in the queue. So see the customer experience improvement. That's what we should focus on while going on digital. Walt Disney we talked about. Walmart and other companies, obviously we all know. DBS Bank, again Singapore bank, which has come in and talking about digital. They have given or received 3 times in a row the best digital company or bank award. And the CEO says digital customer brings in twice the income. The cost of acquisition is 57% less than the normal customer acquisition cost. So see, the metrics are also there, which proves that digital is the way to go. Key areas of transformation, obviously 3. Your customer experience, how do you improve? Then your operational processes, how do you optimize them? And then create new business models. That's really important. Don't just digitize for the sake of digital transformation. There are people who do, हमने customer onboarding process digital कर दिया. Means what? Instead of now filling up the form, it is on iPad or it is on digital. That's not the way digital works. It requires adopting to new digital business models. Again, one more humor. What's the campaign big idea? We are going digital. Facebook, YouTube, mobile, Pinterest. But what we are going to do, we don't know. We'll figure out later. Again, some of the companies are doing that. For the heck of it, चलो डिजिटल है. पुराने ज़माने में ऐसा अपना दीवारों पे लिखा होता था चलो दिल्ली, राइट? यू मस्ट हैव सीन. बट कैसे जाना है? फ्लाइट लेना है, ट्रेन लेना है, डब्बा खाने के लिए लाना है, क्या करना है? Nobody knows. चलो दिल्ली. So that's how industries or some companies are still doing it. That digital, let's do something, but don't know what to do. So the way to go is create your customer journey map, understand where your customers are, what they like, what they dislike, and then accordingly create digital initiatives which will actually benefit your business. That's how it should be taken for. Some companies are like this. Nothing. Biggest risk is doing nothing at all. It's like a Narsimha Rao policy, our old Prime Minister, sit on the issue. Issue will die down apne aap. So some companies are like this also. Don't do anything, just sit on the issue. So another quote, you can be inspired, but watching Sachin every day won't make you a great player. You have to take action. Hitting the ball will make you a great player. So the point is, take action on whatever data, insights you have gathered, and incorporate those insights for your improvement of customer experience. That's what the digital is all about. Strategy, obviously, understand the pain points of companies' target customers. How do you solve a customer's problem? That's how you should start backward. 3 things we need to look at. Put your customers at heart, your employees or people as a soul, and digital as oxygen. That's the way to go. So that's all I have today, and we will have a lot of other sessions coming up. Thank you.